Welcome back everyone to the Blender Creator course, Stylized 3D Models. Now let's come and build a little bit more to this and then we're completely finished with it. So what I'm going to do is press Shift S, cursor selected, Shift A, let's bring in a cube, let's press S to make it a little bit smaller, and then what I'm going to do is just put this on the left hand side like so, probably under this first pane or somewhere around that, just making sure it's got a lot of support. And then what I'm going to do is just maybe pull it down a little bit like so. Let's pull it back then, so it looks as though it's actually into our wall when we've got it in there. We're probably as well probably pushing that a little bit too far back, so I'm just going to pull it forward a little bit. And then all I'm going to do now is, I'm thinking that to make this easier, I'll just press Shift D, duplicate it, and then I'll press S like so, pull it up a little bit, and then all I'm going to do is press E like so, and then let's pull the whole thing back. So L, let's pull it back into place, and then finally all I'm going to do is grab this edge. So this edge is the top edge along here. If you want to see, you can just click this on. You can see I've grabbed that top edge, and let's just pull it out into place, and then also pull this bit out into place as well. And there we go. All right, that's looking pretty nice. Now let's press Control A, all transforms, right click, and we're going to set the origin to the 3D cursor, because we're just going to bring in a quick mirror just to put it over the other side like so. Let's apply that mirror, and then let's press Tab, A, U, and then Smart UV Project, click OK. And then all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to join this to the rest of this, and it will inherit the actual, in fact, before I do that, I need to bevel them. Add modifier, generate bevel, there we go. Let's turn this to 0.005, and there we go. Let's right click and shade auto smooth. And finally now let's press Control A to apply that, and then let's join it to the rest of the window with Control J, and there we go, we'll inherit the actual material as well. Now one thing is, I just want to make sure that the material that I've got is the main wood. So if I come over here, you can see it's the main wood on all of these parts, which is fantastic. All right, so this is looking pretty good. Let's have a final check with our rendered view of what that actually looks like. And yeah, I think that looks perfect. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to call this large window. So I'm going to grab it, large window. And I'm hoping it's that one actually. Let's have a look. No, it's not. I don't know which one this one is. Let's see. What have I just grabbed there? Oh, yeah, that's what I forgot. So that's actually pretty good, because we actually forgot that. So what I'm going to do is, before we do that, I'm going to grab this one, and this one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Object. I'm going to go to Convert and Mesh, Control J to join it all together. And now let's find that one again. So here it is, wooden block. Let's call it lantern or hanging lantern, like so. And then what we'll do is we'll press 1. And then I'm going to right click over here. So right click, and we're going to mark as asset. All right, so we forgot to mark that as asset. And we did mark these as asset. I'm fairly sure of that. Let's have a look on the window. I thought we actually marked those as assets. I'm going to have to check that. I thought we did put that in our assets. I will actually have a look at that as well. But before I do that, I'm obviously going to mark this as asset. So we're going to press dot, large window, like so. And then what we'll do is right click, mark as asset. I'm going to save out my work. And then what I'm going to do is going to come to Asset Manager. And now I'm just going to look in the file that we're in. So if I come up, scroll up, and current file, I'm going to look, yes, there is that window there. Unassigned is these two here. All right, so we've got a lantern and we've got a large window. Now this lantern is looking a bit bent like so. I don't really want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come back to it, dot button, right click and clear asset, Control A or transforms, right click, set origin to geometry. And now let's right click and mark as asset. And there we go. Now it's coming in much nicer. All right, so we haven't gone here light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click plus. I'm going to put lights like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the unsigned. I'm going to drop that then into my lights. And I'm going to drop this one into my windows. And finally then I'm just going to save that out. And then they are there to use. Now the other thing is I want to actually bring, because this is the actual asset. So I want to bring this over here. But before I bring it over here, what I might as well do is press Shift S, cursor to selected. Now I can actually bring this over here, press 1 just to make sure I'm going to put it down here because these are still my assets. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come to my asset manager, go to my lights, bring in this light, and then all I'm going to do now is press Shift S, selections, cursor, keep offset, and that then is going to pop that right back in the right place where we had it before. So that's fantastic. Now we want a window, so we're going to come to our windows. I'm going to press 1, and what I'm going to do is bring in this window, and I'm going to spin it round. So let's have a look. RZ 90, RY minus 90, like so, and there we go. Let's pop that window into place where we want it, which will be something like that, I think. All right, so now we just need to pull this back. So let's pull it back into place and pull just before you get there, and then you can pull it out a little bit. And the thing that I'm worried about is it's the wrong way around. So RZ 180, spin it round, and now let's pull it out. And there we go. And now you can see it's fitted into place. Now you might want to pull this out a little bit more to have, you know, a little bit more chunkier part on there. So I'll pull it out to there. Let's have a look. Yeah, and I think that's looking fantastic the way it is now. Okay, so now what I want to do is, we're looking at this wall. We've got a window here. We're going to have a door here, lantern, another window here, and what we need is a pot here, I think, and we'll also put some edging in here. So let's put the top on this first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. I'm going to grab probably this one here, Shift D. Let's drag it up and put it over. So X 180, like so. And let's put that on top of there. Now with this part here, because we've got a roof here, we're going to probably create this roof next after we've actually put the top on it and put a piece of wood into here. So I think that's the way we'll do it. We'll grab this piece first though, Shift D, bring it up, and then I'm going to spin it round. So Z 180, and then X 90, and let's drop that part in place. So we'll drop it in place just on the top of here, like so. And then what we'll do is we'll bring in this little part here, Shift D, bring it up, and then spin it round. So RX, no, not RX. Yeah, we can actually, RX 180. There we go. Let's spin that round. Let's bring this up a little bit more. So it's just on there. And then what we need to do is we just need to bring this wall up. So I'm going to come in, edge select, and start really fitting all of this stuff in together. Bring this up, and you can see that little movement doesn't really do anything to the wall, so we don't need to worry about that. All right, the next thing then I want to do is I want some little chunky parts like this. So I'm thinking maybe I should come to my wood blocks, and I'm thinking that I've got a couple of 1 meter ones, and maybe on these ones they're not actually small enough, but let's bring them in anyway. So I'm going to bring one in there and one in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab them both, press S and Z just to shrink them down a little bit. And then I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to press 1, R, Y, spin it round, and let's put that into place. Now, is it going to be small enough to fit into place, or do I want it to be a bit chunkier? I think actually I'm going to press Ctrl Z just to put that back. And then what I'm going to do is grab both of these. I'm going to press S and X and pull them out. But I'm going to do that on individual origins, of course. So S and X, pull them out. And now I think that's actually going to be better. So now if I press RY 45 degrees and then RY 45 degrees, like so, now I can actually put these into place. Now you can see this one needs spinning around again. So RY 180 or 90, RY 90, and there we go. Let's put that into place. And we can see that we might need to bend it a little bit more. So RY, let's put that into place. Now we can see that it's still hanging out over there. We don't really want that, but we actually want this in the wall like so. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking that looks good like that. I'm going to cut this away once I've actually finished. So I'll come to this one now. I'm going to press 1, put this into place. So RY, like so, drop that into place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring, I think I'll re-unwrap this actually. So I'm going to press A, U, Smart UV Project, click OK. And there we go. That's looking better now. And then what I'll do is I'll grab both of these, Shift D, like so. I'll grab this one first. As we can see, it's the wrong way around. So RZ 90, RZ 90, put that into place like so. And then this one, RZ 180, tab, U, Smart UV Project, click OK. Drop that one in place then, like so. Double tap the A, and there we go. So this is looking nice. I'm still not happy about these two bits here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to join these together. So Control J, tab to grab them both. Let's go back to shading then and see where they are. If I press dot now, tab, here we are. So if I press A, make them a little bit smaller. And I'm just looking if I'm happy with how these have unwrapped. I'm not. So let's press Control A, all transforms, right click, set origin to geometry, tab again, U, Smart UV Project, click OK. And then now I'm happier with those. Much happier with how those look now. Double tap the A, and now let's come to these. Pretty much the same thing. Control A, all transforms, right click, set origin to geometry, tab A, grab them all, U, Smart UV Project, click OK. S, so A, S, and let's move them to the side. Okay, so let's join these two together. So Control J, and now what we're going to do is we'll simply cut each of these sides. So I'm going to do that before the end of the video. So I'm just going to press 1, and then I'm going to press tab A to make sure I've grabbed them all. Mesh, come down to where it says bisect, and you're going to cut it straight down here, like so, and then you're going to clear the inner or the outer, whichever one it is. And then we're going to go across to the other ones. So grab these two. A to grab them all. Mesh, bisect. And if we go up, it will cut that way. So as you can see, it's cutting that way now, like so. And then I just want to make sure that they're in place properly. So I'm just going to pull these back a little bit more, making sure they're in place, like so. Finally then, I'm happy with how that looks. I'm going to press File, save out my work. And then on the next one, what we'll do is we'll put a piece of wood in here, and then we'll think about bringing in this this roof part into here. All right, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.